Guess what time it is? Hello, my beautiful people. It is me, Ice Glue, and here I am today with a sexy tablet review. Wow, I bet you haven't seen one of these before. First of all, I want to thank Huion for being so generous as to send me this beautiful tablet, which I think you should all go out and buy right now. But anyway, let's figure out how to open a box, shall we? Oh wow, would you look at that? I opened it before I started recording. I'm so cool. Anyway, here we've got the inside of the box. Crazy, I know, right? And it says, "Thank you for choosing Huion," but it's probably flipped because it's a camera. But, you know, I gotta say, Huion, thank you for choosing me to review your product. But, anyway, so in here, we've got this nice tablet, plastic, with a tablet inside. As you can see, it's a pretty good size, not gonna lie. That's like an arm. That's pretty big. And it's not like the little tablets where they're like squares, so it's annoying because computers aren't squares, they're rectangles. Unless you have like a Dell from 1999, which you don't, but it's okay because you can draw on the surface and it'll be super easy and it's great. And look, there's even some buttons on the top for little shortcuts because, wow, awesome. And then what else that comes in here is this nice little glove to look super cool. No, it's so you don't get grease, so you don't get your hand grease all over your tablet. And it's actually, I wear these all the time. You guys should seriously, they're actually really helpful, like for real. And here we've got some little pen nibs because, you know, you kind of need some nibs on your pen so your pen can actually, you know, be a pen. And we're probably, let's see, hold on, I probably have the pen in here too. Yep. Here's the pen, and I'm pretty sure this version does not have, it's not a chargeable one. It's just one that works all the time. Like, you don't have to worry about charging it. Because I have another one where you have to charge the pen, and it's annoying because you'll try to draw and then it won't draw because it's dead. And anyway, here we've got the USB cable. This is what you plug into the tablet with. I'll show you that in a minute. Hello, it is me, Ice Colo, from like 5 minutes in the future. And would you look at that? I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to put this in your computer. So you see this? This is the USB cable, right? And then here's your beautiful new tablet, right? All you gotta do is, you see you got one of your USB ports. See, hold on, let me unplug it, right? You gotta get this, and then you gotta put it in one of your computer's USB ports. And then it'll ding, and then wow. And now, I don't know, you probably can't see that, because my computer's probably, yeah, it's just all white. Oops. But, yeah, now your mouse is this beautiful little pen that you can maneuver around the screen. And I'm pretty sure it won't fully work unless you install the drivers. So make sure, the box comes with a CD, so you gotta make sure to install the drivers, or you can go to their website. But yeah, so if you guys are all looking for a nice little portable tablet, then this is definitely a good one. And oh my god, my forehead is going to be cut off the whole video, isn't it? Yes, it is. But yeah, it's a really nice tablet. I actually used it before I recorded this, or me unboxing this. I have a little tablet, a little Huion one. It's not this exact model, but this is definitely a nice one, a nicer one at least. And they're actually really nice. Like, whenever I'm like going somewhere and I can't take my big thick tablet with me, you know, it's always nice to have a little portable one. And you know, they're really cheap too, and I mean, they're just nice to have, man. If you want to draw, I mean, if you gotta have a drawing tablet. You can't draw with a mouse unless you're some like god or something. because there are people that could draw with a mouse, and I envy them very much. So, hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of this video, which is a very commonly asked question: how do I do my tweening / animating, even though that'll be a lot easier to explain. But anyway, so tweening is basically separating a animation and separating a picture for an animation and making it into separate body parts so that they can be moved in different intervals to create a illusion of animation, basically. So right now I'm loading in my Kanye puppet. Actually, I probably should have scaled it all at once, so hold on. I'm gonna load in the puppet I made for my Kanye meme a long time ago. It's already been, 8 months since I've made this? But basically, as you can see, I've separated one of Owen's Sona's, or OC's Lisa, into a bunch of different body parts so they can all be animated separately. And basically, I do tweening in a way that it's really similar to how everyone else does it, except I think it's just different because people ask me a lot of the times, because instead of it being like just straight up and down like normally people do it, I kind of freeform it in a sense. Okay, so basically what I have here is I have the puppet and I have it on different layers. So for example, I have the ear. I have the ears on different layers so that I can have the hair behind the front ear in a sense and above or in front of the back ear, so it gives it a more realistic feel, right? So what I'm gonna do is I have it all loaded in. Now I'm gonna scale it down so it'll fit the screen, obviously. And now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make all of these body parts, I'm gonna make them all meshes. And I'm pretty sure this is something you can only do in After Effects, or maybe you can do it in Vegas. I'm actually not 100% sure, but basically you're gonna hit Control P on your keyboard. That's the command for the puppet pin tool. And I'm gonna select the layer I want to make the pins on. So for example, the arms layer, which I have here, I'm gonna set pins to where I want the joints to be. So you just gotta put the joints on where the normal joints would be, you know? It's not gonna be the same for every puppet, but basically you've got 1 point here, because that's where the elbow is, and 1 joint on the other elbow, and then I'm gonna put 1 joint on the wrist and another joint on the other wrist. So when you have it like that, right, you can move the puppet, you can move the body parts from those joints. And because I put the points where the normal joints would be, right, it gives it a cool, wow, look at me, I'm moving like an arm kind of thing, right? So basically, I'm gonna just do that for the rest of the for all of the rest of the body parts. So for the ear, I'm just gonna put two points on the top and the bottom of the ear, so I can do things like this, so I can move the ear like that. And then yeah, I basically do this and a combination of the normal tweening, which is just moving up and down, Okay, so I've laid down all my points, and so for the body, hold on, let me get my points. For the body, I've got the points basically, oh, whoa, that looks weird. I've got the points in areas where it would connect to the arms. So let me get rid of the arms. It's got little nubs now. So I've got points there, I've got another point there, and one on the neck, just laying down just basic points to where you would like the body to move. And then from there, you basically just tween based on the points. So if you look here, you've got the layer for the body, and what I do is I go to deform. I'm going to open up the layers, or I'm going to open up the keyframes for all of the puppet points. And let's say I wanted to move, this isn't going to be exactly how I did the tweening in my Kanye meme, But if you want the body to move up, let's say I'll just drag this up and it'll set a keyframe there. I'll drag this down, and then maybe this up a little bit. So then, when you lay down the keyframes, wow, look at that! It'll move up like that. Woo! And I can make this go a little faster because this is 2 seconds. This is 2 seconds long right now. And then what I'll do is I will right-click on all the frames, go to Keyframe Assistant, and I will check on the... I'm not sure if you can see this. I don't know if my recorder's picking up the window, but you will go to you will right-click on the frame, go to Keyframe Assistant, and go to Easy Ease. So then now your keyframes will have like an hourglass shape to them, so it will smooth out the motion. It's a little hard to explain. Like, it's a little hard to show you without this rendering because, you know, After Effects takes forever to render things, especially puppet motions, because they're just so, I don't know, puppety or something. But basically what that'll do is it'll slow it out at the end. So I don't know if you can tell, but it gets a little slower towards the end of the tween. But yeah, this is really basic. And then if you want to, like, you know, do the rest of the tweening, for example, let's say, I didn't put any points on the face, but let's say I want to make the face go up too. I would just do normal style tweening where I put the position here, I put the position in one area, and then because the body's going up, the head's going to go up too. And let's see what frame, right here, and then the face, we'll make another keyframe here and put the face up. Oh my goodness, that looks so funny because the eyes are in a different layer. Oh no. So the eyes are just kind of floating away. But yeah, so now, wow, look at that. Now the head moves up with the body. Might go a little too fast, actually might be a little too fast, but you can always adjust it and, you know, play around with it and render it out to see what it looks like. And yeah, there, and now, so now we got the head and the body going up. But it looks, obviously it looks a little funky because the eyes aren't moving yet. And so for the eyes, let's put the, yeah, my layers are named very strange things. I just kind of, I don't even know how I tried to spell eye there. I don't know what was going through my head. So basically, I'm going to just do another, I didn't do puppet pins, like I don't usually do puppet points for things like the head, things I don't want to deform, you know, just things that are like just solid one thing, like the face is just one solid area, so it doesn't really need to be formed like the arms do because they have joints. Like, I don't think your face has like joints, I guess. I mean, at least for tweening, I wouldn't put joints in your face. I don't know. But I'm gonna move the eyes up with also, and for example, if I want to make the eyes a little bigger, I will also tween the scaling. So maybe I want to make the eyes a little bigger because it's like excited with the cake, so it's like, wow. So I'll make them go like up, you know? Can't really tell, can you? A little bit. You can tell a little bit, but they get a little bigger. And you can always adjust it because it looks a little too high for me right now. But yeah, you can always play around with the settings and stuff. And see, so far we've got the body going up. And yeah. So now I'm going to do the arms, and because the arms are a little different because I'm going to be, instead of just going like straight up, I might just, I don't know, maybe I'll have them come down a little bit. I'm not sure yet. But for the arms, because the body is going down, I have to make the arms follow that. So I'm going to make my new keyframes there. I'm going to put the points back down where the arms would be. And then the body's going up, and I will make the arms come down like this. I will add the ease. And wow, look at that. It's like, yay. Yeah, there we go. We've got the basic arm movement right now because the body's going down, so you have to also move the arms down. And I personally just like using puppet pins because to me it feels like, I don't know, it gives it a more realistic kind of feel. I mean, obviously you don't just want to take you don't want to take the entire body and then puppet pin it. You've got to separate, if you were to just take this image and import it as a whole image, you could not do this sort of stuff. You still have to do the normal tweening stuff where you separate it into the body parts. So you can do this, specific movements, you know? And then we can have the cake coming up, or down, actually. And the cake doesn't have any joints because, it's a cake. You could give it joints if you wanted to make a very strange cake. And then we're going to add an ease, and wow, would you look at that? And now, got the cake moving, and now all we've got to do is add the ear going up or going down or wherever it's going. And the hair, I usually add a few frames after the movement because it's hair, so it moves at a slower, or it has more ending lag so to say after the animation. It'll drag after the movement because it's hair, Let's move the ear up. Let's make it, why not, oops. Let's make the ear perk up a little bit, because we can do that. Because why not? We gotta add the ease. And wow, would you look at that? Might have to put the ear up a little bit so it doesn't look too strange. I think that's fine. Actually, I've got to fix it because I did a thing. Did I do a thing? I don't know. I don't think I did a position tween, but it's fine. You can always mess around with that if you want to. You can do both a puppet pin tween and a normal position or scale tween at the same time, which is really nice. And then now I'm going to, I didn't put puppet pins on the hair, silly me. I'm gonna just do 2 pins so I can move the hair like that. Woo, rocking out, dude. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the hair move up with the body, and then a little later. So it's gonna go up and then come down a little bit because it's hair. But yeah, I mean, it looks a little funky because it's not the exact same movement I had in my Kanye meme, but yeah. Just remember that when you're animating hair, it'll always have a little bit of a, rebound after the main movement. This obviously does not look realistic because this isn't really a, I guess, realistic movement because I didn't put the body back down after it goes, yay. I kind of just made it go straight up, so the hair is just kind of going to go be like, where am I going? But in the original, when I did the original tween for this, I had the body go up and then come back down, so I made the hair come back down a little later than the body. But yeah, basically, this is how I tween. This is obviously just really basic, but I mean, I didn't do the tail, but I think y'all get the point. Basically, it's just a really simple, I just do kind of the same thing, except I add puppet tweens, so it gives it a more, like, 3D kind of feel, I guess. I mean, obviously, this is really quick. I did this really fast, but yeah, I just use a combination of separate body parts and then the puppet pin tool, which I'm not sure if what other programs have this feature, but After Effects and I think Sony Vegas has a similar feature. But yeah, there's your little dancing guy. Hi, I'm right here, baby. Hi. I was gonna come out for dramatic effect, okay? Can I do that? Hold on. Okay. Guess that's not gonna work. Oh my god.